Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this third episode of Blindfold Chess. And today we are going to compete against Stockfish Level 3, as discussed in the previous episode. And we will be playing Stockfish Level 3 with white pieces. So let's see how the game goes. So, yeah, I will just quickly set up the move. Yeah, the input. Okay, that's fine. And now we are ready to go for the blindfold. Okay. That's in just leaving enough space for me to see the keys. At least I have to see them. Okay. Yeah, let's go with D4.
d4, knight f6,
Okay, yeah. So Stockfish level 3 seems to play decent openings, so we have to play proper. C4.
c4, e6,
Okay, let's go with knight C3.
knight c3, bishop e7,
Bishop E7. Okay, let's go with E4.
e4, short castle,
Hmm. Okay, let's go with knight F3.
knight f3, knight c6,
Mm-hmm. I can go right away with E5, but I think I will go Bishop D3 first.
bishop d3,
We can play D5 now. That is an
d6,
option. D6, okay. Okay, but now I can go E5, or I can even castle first.
short castle,
Hmm.
a6,
Hmm. Okay. So now D5 is an option. Knight to G5, going right away for the attack is an option. I think A3, B4 is also an option. Hmm. We need to choose properly between these all options. Okay. What else can we do here? Hmm. E6, right? That's a good move. Maybe I'm trying to go with D5. E takes D5, C takes D5, knight E5. That's not what I want. I'm really trying to play for a win with E5. Maybe I can go with bishop B1 or bishop C2. But like I don't want to go knight B4. Let's play E3 here. Just a minute.
a3,
Hmm.
e5,
Yeah, he goes for E5. This is just going to be. Hmm. Now I think I have D5 closing up the position, and then maybe he will go bishop. Yeah, he will go with bishop to C4, which I don't want, of course, to happen. But okay, let's go with D5. Can I take on E5? I don't think. Taking is not favorable for me.
d5,
We'll
knight
go knight.
b8,
Knight B8, yeah. That's okay. Hmm. Now if I go knight H4, he has knight takes D5 or knight takes C4, which is not of course good for me. But I can go with bishop to E2, I think. Yeah.
bishop e2,
Hmm.
knight bd7,
Knight B D7, okay. He blocks his own piece. That's strange. Uh, that is strange. I mean, he has to go with knight C5, I guess. Yeah, he's playing knight C5. But I have F4. Hmm, kind of looks very strange. But maybe I can push h3 and go knight to h2 if it's needed. I'm not sure about that plan. But that can be played. I think let's go for that.
H3, H6,
Mhm.
Knight H2, C6,
Okay, so he's now challenging my pawn on b5, which is okay. Like, okay, his bishop is on e7, so yeah, he has to challenge the pawn on d5, so everything isn't started. But I'm not going to, kind of pay attention to that. I think my plan of knight c4 should work, or even f4 is also much more stronger. I think f4 is perfect now.
F4, Rook
Cool.
B8,
Okay, now this is just rubbish. Uh, I can just put f5 and that will be way too much for him to handle. There will be sacrifices after that. Maybe I can even capture on e5. But I don't want to open up the position. Let's go f5.
F5, Knight C5,
So he's now attacking the pawn on e4, which is okay. Which is okay. I think I can go with bishop f3. Like the bishop is useless in the diagonal of d3 at 7 now. Like in future ideas of something like g6 or something, it may be fruitful, it may be useful, but for now I think bishop f3 is okay.
Bishop F3,
So I got my pawn.
Bishop D7,
Bishop d7, yeah, he has to do this, but doesn't that trap the knight on c5? I mean, now I have d4, and what can he do with his knight? I mean, his knight has nowhere to go. The d5 pawn controls the square there. He has played a6, b7, so I think the knight has nowhere to go there. Or he might, yeah, he cannot even go knight f4. Knight a4, there is a knight on c3 controlling that, so I think b4 is game over now. Just nice to trap the knight.
B4,
This is three piece.
Knight C takes E4,
Okay, he gives up the knight or the pawn on e4. This is okay. This is sufficient now. It's on me if I want the knight to be on e4 or the bishop. I think I can very well take this with the bishop. Uh, I would like to preserve my knight. I mean, still the diagonal is getting open, so let's take it with knight. Oh,
Knight takes E4, Queen C7,
okay. So now he's attacking my pawn on yeah, I think c4, right? Yeah. So I've played b4, so he's attacking my pawn on c4, which is okay, which is uh, completely fine. But this doesn't justify the fact. I mean, I have a pawn on f5. Would have taken that pawn. Why didn't you take that? Pretty strange. Hmm. But now queen d3 seems very good for me. Like he has b5 for that. Yeah, I completely understand that. But then I think maybe I can just take. Uh, I don't know. I have a bishop on c1, which is why I cannot play rook c1. Hmm. That is really very annoying. And his plan is to go b5 right away once he plays. But I can just push c5 and I can kind of sacrifice a pawn. It's not really a sacrifice because if it takes, I take, and I get rapid development. So I don't think it okay do that. So I can just not give him a choice. I can even take on uh, f6 first, but I think queen d3 sounds good for me.
Queen d3.
Hmm.
Knight takes e4.
Okay, this is fine. This is just fine. Now I can take for with queen takes e4 or bishop takes e4. Um, I think I will prefer bishop.
Bishop takes e4. Bishop
Okay.
d8.
Okay, this is just winning. So I can go with f6 now, right? I think the queen is on c7. So f6 is far better.
f6. Bishop
Just-
takes f6.
Okay, now I have rook takes f6.
Rook takes f6. G takes f6.
Hmm. And now I have two moves. I think knight c4 is also good. Uh, rook takes f6 is crushing. I mean, he has a pawn on b6, he has a pawn on c6, queen on. Does he have a pawn on c6? I mean, he has a queen on c7. Hmm. Okay, he has that pawn, right? So I think just bishop f6 and queen c3. That's game over. I think so. That's full.
Bishop takes h6. King h8.
Okay, he has to run with the king. That's of no use. I mean, I can take on. So there are many ways to win this now. But I'm just making sure I don't want to mess any of those. Like I know everything is open. I know it's completely winning, but still, I don't want anything to go wrong. Yeah. So I think queen g3 is safest. Queen. Okay.
Queen g3. Queen b6 check.
Yeah, I mean that was open all over. That did not affect, and that is as useless as it gets. I think I have even have c5. C5 crashes immediately, right?
c5. Queen takes c5 check.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He gives up the queen.
B takes c5.
Now there is queen
Rook
h7
g8.
checkmate. Okay, yeah. He's trying to save the checkmate, but I think queen h4 is now
Queen
perfectly fine.
h4.
You know, there is
Rook
bishop
g7.
bishop f8 checkmate. Yeah, this is forced. Um, now there are thousands of ways to win. I mean, bishop e7 is just the safest of all. I don't think anything should be done here. Um, yeah, just bishop e7 check.
Bishop takes g7 check.
King g7.
King takes g7.
Mm-hmm. Now let's go with queen f6. Oh, I could have. Yeah, I was just about to blunder my queen, right? Queen f6 is a blunder. There is no rook on f1. Hmm. Sounds good. So, yeah, I think queen h7 check first is necessary.
Queen h7 check.
Hmm.
King f8.
Okay, yeah. And now maybe, yeah, he's going to try and escape with the king, but yeah, that's not going to happen really soon. So I think rook f1.
Rook f1.
This is just going to
Rook
work.
c8.
Yeah, what is this? This is just good. Just rook f6.
Rook takes f6.
Threatening checkmate. Bishop
Bishop
e8.
e8.
Yeah, just that. Yes, he has only counterplay left. But this is useless. I think now. E6 is just winning.
Bishop g6. C
Mm,
takes d5.
okay, finally captures. Wow, that's really great. Like my knight on h2 is now going to come on f1 to prevent rook c1 check. But c takes d5. I still have a pawn on c5, so I think that's not useful. Just bishop f7 to finish up the game. Anything else I can do? No, there is a mate, right? Rook f7. Rook f7, bishop f7, queen h7 is a mate. So, oh, sorry.
Rook
I just,
takes f7 check.
I just left it off.
Bishop takes f7. Queen takes f7 checkmate.
Yeah, perfect.
Checkmate, white is victorious.
Excellent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was good. That was very quick too. I mean, yeah, that is what happens if the game is so simple. If you give a simple attacking plan, I think. Let me check. Yeah, this bishop on e4, everything was much more aligned perfectly. But yeah, that was a good game. Stockfish level 3. I will be back with some more blindfold games in this series, and then we will continue with the series of Brilliances and Keltal. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. Do subscribe to our channel for this such nice, exciting content. We are planning some more exciting series in future too. So stay tuned and see you guys in the next episode.